guys, welcome to Top to Primary. Right, in today's episode we're going to be taking a look at a very special little bit of kit that I've had my hands on for a couple of weeks now, courtesy of Nitesite, and where I'm part of the pro staff team. They sent me out the Nitesite laser rangefinder, which is an additional add-on to any Nitesite product. I've got the Viper. I know that it also works on the Eagle and the Wolf. It's got a mount that you mount onto it, connects straight onto the Viper, very easy to set up, also very easy to use. But yeah, we'll go into that in a little bit. I'll have a little run through of the setup, how to connect it onto the Nitesite, and how it works, and the benefits that I feel are a massive benefit to anybody who's out there using a night vision setup. I do know that they are also compatible with other night vision setups that are on the market, including the NV UK from Pete Dodsworth, because I've known a couple of guys who do use them on that setup. But obviously it is manufactured for the Nitesite, and it is a very, very good bit of kit. Now, I mean, you could be out shooting at night, obviously that's the reason for a Nitesite, and sometimes it is a little bit difficult to get the bearings of how far your quarry is away, whether you're out doing the rabbits, foxes, or anything else that you are legally allowed to shoot at night. But yeah, it's helped out massively, because obviously looking for a monitor compared to looking directly through your scope, in the beginning it did throw me off a little bit, and it did take a while to adapt, and I was slowly getting there, I won't lie. But then once I got my hands on this, it completely changed the ball game, because then you do get the pinpoint accuracy from the readings that gives you to obviously then get your hold over, or however you've got your rep or your scope set up, so however you know where you need to then aim at said distance. So yeah, absolutely cracking bit of kit. I'll have a little run through of everything, all the spec and stuff, and then I'll continue this video straight on to a couple of sessions that I've had out on the evenings on the rabbits, which has helped me massively. So yeah, stay tuned guys, and we'll have a run through of everything, and then like I say, there'll be a video to continue on to this. So cheers. I've done a review on the Nitesite prior. Now I'm not going to do another review on the actual Nitesite, but I will run through just how quickly and easy it is for everything to be mounted up. Now obviously I've got the bracket already preset onto my scope, so you just loosen that off and tighten that up. Sits on there like that. Got the tube that sits on the back end of the scope, camera module, which is also what records everything. We've got the battery, which then just straps onto the side. Now, I mean, I've done this so many times now, and it's so simple even to do when you're out at night, to do everything by feel. Once you get the grip of how easy it is to actually set this up. Like I say, I've been on some permissions where there is no lights, apart from a head torch. That's the only other light that I would have, but you can literally set this up in the dark, it's that easy. So then what I'll do, I'm not going to bother plugging all the cables in, but this is the rangefinder. Absolutely tiny little bit of kit, and so fantastic to use. Minimal weight added to the scope, or to the setup I should say. So now this does go on. Maybe a little bit tricky because I'm obviously, you take the nut off that holds the monitor in place, and then this bracket comes separately. Obviously I've pre-mounted it. It's just one screw that goes through onto the bottom of the rangefinder for a little slot at the bottom there. Then it's just a matter of lining the pin up that the nut sits on. This is probably the trickiest bit for me. I've got quite big fingers. So then what that nut does, it obviously connects the mount onto the side of the monitor, which also then really tightens the bracket that it is connected onto the scope with, and that's as simple as it is. So then that's now sat nice and snug on there. So yeah, that's simply how easy it is to put on. I will show you a bit more in depth of the features that it offers and what it is actually like to use at night. So yeah, just wanted to quickly show you how easy it was to mount up, and you know, the whole setup in general, including this. Once you've got this bracket on your scope, which I very rarely take off, I supply two. One of them is on my HMR, this is on my 22LR, so I very rarely take this bracket off. So then all I ever have to do is connect the monitor. This is obviously, I won't leave this connected because I don't want to risk breaking the bracket whilst in transit. So yeah, that's how easy it is to go on. I'm going to have a little run through the spec in a sec. I'm going to have a little run through some of the spec and the finer details of the Nitesite rangefinder. As you can see, I've already dismounted it from the Nitesite itself. And also, as you can see, it's an extremely tiny bit of kit. And like I said in the previous clip, very, very, very helpful. Right, so basically, if I turn it on, just hold the power button there for a couple of seconds, you get the screen come up. And this is a colour OLED screen, which is obviously very handy for when you are outside at night. Firstly, you'll see you've got the Y, obviously that's for yards. If you hold this one down, change it to meters. I know that some guys prefer to shoot within the yards, and then there's guys out there that do prefer to shoot in regards to how many meters away the quarry is. The numbers that you can see going up and down is to the angle that you're basically holding the rangefinder at. So it's kind of like a built-in level as such, which is also quite helpful, especially for when you are using the HD mode, which is marked out for the horizontal distance. So yeah, if you push that once, you've got an arrow start blinking out. It may not work too well indoors because I'm not far enough away from anything, but I will do another demonstration. But basically, when you get the arrow come up, it is firing out the laser to check the distance. Right, so then we'll go through the modes. Well, firstly I'll run through. This literally weighs 150 grams, this. I mean, I've got quite big hands, I'm a big guy, but 150 grams this weighs, so I mean it is next to nothing in regards to added weight onto the Nitesite unit or your rifle setup. It uses the 3-volt CR2 batteries, which are obviously very cheap to come by. Get 10 of them on eBay for £1. It's extremely fast, accurate, compact design, like I said before, very tiny. And obviously with the weight as well, 150 grams, water resistant, same as what the Nitesite is, I believe. Not that I would be shooting out in the rain with expensive equipment, but it is water resistance. You've got the colour OLED screen. Now the range on this goes from between 600 and 500 meters. Like, once again, if you mark your ground out in meters, it goes from 600 to 500 meters, and then 7 to 550 yards, which is what I mark my perimeters with. Always done it with yards. Never got on so well with meters, but it's just down to personal preference. So then we'll go through the modes. You've got the fog mode. Now, since I've had this, I've been out a couple of sessions with the fog, and don't get me wrong, it does do its job in the fog. Dense, thick fog is a no-go. The laser just won't push through, and I mean, to be honest, should you really be shooting in dense, thick fog anyway? Because you're not going to be able to ID quarry and really know what you are actually shooting at. So it does, like I say, mist, light fog. If you can ID the quarry, happy days, because it will push through it. But dense, thick fog is a no-go for me. So then with the HD mode, it's at the horizontal distance. A couple of guys have asked me what it means, so I'll try and give the best best way to sort of describe exactly how it does work. So basically, it still measures the exact distance you are from your target, but if you was on, say, a hill and you was above said quarry, it still gives you the same reading of the horizontal distance and not the vertical distance. Hopefully I've got that right. So yeah, it'll always give you the exact reading of how far away you are from the quarry, instead of then kind of having to adjust, because obviously if you're on a hill, you've got a lot less land you're overlooking. It will still give you the exact reading to the target, which is a fantastic feature. So then obviously you've got the HD plus fog. Obviously that's for the horizontal distance with the fog mode active. Speed. Now this one, probably won't be using it a lot myself. And I had to actually speak with Nitesite to find out a bit more about it, but it is actually, you can, when the blinking laser is on the target, that you can see when you're out in the field and you're keeping track of it, it tells you the speed that it's moving at. That's quite a good bit of kit. I mean, in the UK, you know, you don't really hear too much of people shooting targets that are moving, you know, but obviously in some countries, boar, you know, they will be tracking the target. So that gives you an accurate speed of what the target is moving in when you're tracking it. And then we go on to the standard yard meter, which is what I use 90% of the time I'm out, obviously unless I'm out in a bit of slight fog. So yeah, that's the Nitesite Rangefinder. Absolutely cracking bit of kit. Like I say, cheap as chips to run, nice small little battery, easy to operate, a couple of seconds to hold it on there, turns itself off. Another nice feature is when it is on and you do activate the laser to start reading, that will automatically switch off if you do forget to turn it off. Once again, save the batteries. I mean, you can see the battery bar on this. I've been out numerous times with this now and the bar hasn't moved. So yeah, absolutely cracking bit of kit this. I'll do a little bit of a demonstration with it out in the outside, so you can see what it's like with the laser blinking, so what you actually do see through the Nitesite. So yeah, I hope you've got the gist of all the modes and how fantastic this little bit of kit really is. So stay tuned and we'll have a little look through it through the Nitesite as well. Right, so just at the final part of the review for the Nitesite Rangefinder. As you can see, I'm just sitting here, I'm filming from the outskirts, so obviously I'm not putting up footage that's been recorded through the Nitesite, just purely so you can see the Nitesite, the Rangefinder in action. As you can see, as I'm sitting my rifle, it's not completely level. You've got the gauge just down in the bottom right hand corner where it says -2. I've got it set up to the yards, and if I push the button just there once, it'll fire out. So then that's just down to the bottom of the bit where I am, and it's literally, there is no delay in this reading whatsoever. You move it, it picks it up. It's as simple as that. You may just be able to see it through the camera lens. You can see the tiny little light blinking, which is, I just put it to the middle of the reticle. I haven't mounted this up properly, so then what you do, when you can see that light blinking, you position it up as close to the middle of the ret as possible, and obviously that's where you'd then be aiming it, a rabbit, fox, to give you a reading. So as you can tell, I don't really have a very big garden, considering I'm sitting in my front room doing this. So yeah, then what's happened there, this is what I was saying earlier with the in regards to the laser stop firing out, just purely so it doesn't waste the battery. It's stopped. Press it again, bring the reading straight up. So I mean guys, this is an absolutely fantastic bit of kit. I know there's quite a few of you out there that own the Nitesites, and we're always talking about them and stuff on Facebook. Obviously a lot of you also, if you use other night vision setups, by all means feel free to get the rangefinder, because it really does make a difference when you're out in the field. Well, I've noticed a major difference. The kill count's a lot more consistent, that's for sure. Less rounds wasted due to misses, you know, slightly under, slightly over, etc. So yeah, highly recommend it. I mean, like I said before, I think they're retailing around £300. Obviously be able to pick one up cheaper second hand. But that's the Nitesite laser rangefinder, guys. I have enjoyed my review. Any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment sections below on the video. And there will be another video over the next coming days of my outings that I have had since I've had the rangefinder. And yeah, there's been quite a couple of good bags and quite a few kill shots. So stay tuned guys, and I'll speak to you all soon. Thanks again.